Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about why you must treat your passion like it's your job. So your side hustle, your passion, the business you want to build, whatever endeavor you're embarking upon in your off time, you have to have the mindset that it is going to be something that I do every day, just like I would, or just like I am currently doing my job, my 9-to-5 job, right? So what do I mean by this? Well, hey, there's days, guys, where I wake up and I don't want to go to work, man. You know, some days I got to get up at like 4:30 and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, sometimes at my job, like things break and I'm like, shit, like this thing broke yesterday. I have to deal with customers coming up to me, asking me about this. Sometimes people call out. But hey, guess what? You know what? I always remember is I got bills to pay. I got food to put on the table. I can't not show up, right? And that mentality that I have towards my job, that mindset I have towards work in general, is the approach I take to YouTube and anything I'm doing in my off time when it comes to building my future, right? So I know for the longest time, if you look at my YouTube channel, and I think I may have mentioned this in a prior video, but I've been uploading YouTube videos on and off for about 6 years, right? And just now, right, as you know, oddly enough, as I've been consistent over the past 3 months, my channel is starting to gain a little bit of traction, right? But if you look, right, if you look at the past like 4 or 5 years, you'll see there's been times where I'll upload for like a month or two, and then I'm gone. You guys will see like I'm gone for 6 months or I'm gone for a year, right? And that, you know what, you guys really want to know why? You guys want to know why I had that sort of those breaks? Because I didn't have the mindset at the time that it was like a job, right? I was in my, I'm not saying, like, I had a very effeminate like way of being at the time. Like, I would just think that, okay, I need to feel good to make a YouTube video. I need to feel passionate. I need to feel like I have something grandiose to speak about. I have to feel, it just came down to like how I was feeling, right? And, you know, in a sense, like, you know, I have been working full time for about 3 years now, and getting into the groove of like doing things when you don't feel like it and just having to do it on a regimented week to week basis, i.e. working a real job, has helped me adopt the mindset that I'm talking to you guys about, where it's like, I'm just doing it because it's my job. I'm doing it because I got bills to pay. I got food to put on the table, right? Now, obviously, I'm not getting paid right now, but you guys get the point. You get what I'm trying to say. So at that time, you know, years back, and even just up to like 3 months ago, I had that sort of like, I need to feel good. I need to get a certain amount of views, or I need to, have people interacting with me in the comments, or my subscriber count needs to grow, right? So I had all these stupid BS reasons why the only reasons why I would be consistent is if I felt good and my channel was doing good, right? Whatever. Now, obviously my channel is doing, like I said, better than it has been in the past few years. But the point is that I have to do this because it's my job, right? I'm not doing this because it's a hobby. I'm not doing this because I feel like it. I'm not doing this because, I need to get subscribers. I need this. No, it's my job. Bam. That's it. It's my job to come on here and do this, right? I have a propensity to speak, to use words. I have a propensity to give advice. And that's my God-given talent. That's my God-given ability, right? And if I'm not acknowledging that on a daily basis, and I'm not using what God has given me on a daily basis, or 5-6 day a week basis, then I'm sinning, right? Because I'm not living up to my full potential, right? And God, whether we realize it or not, right? God wants us to be rich. God wants you to use every ability it has given you to be the man or woman you're intended to be in this lifetime, right? So, the way I look at it now is, yes, this is my God-given ability. And if I'm not exercising that talent and the skills that I have a natural propensity to develop, then I'm not living up to my full potential, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, right? It's like a fucking vacuum, right? It's like the vacuum's designed to suck up air and suck up all the crap from the ground and dust and dirt and crumbs, right? But the vacuum doesn't, you turn it on and the air doesn't suck up anything, right? It's useless, right? So in the same way, I look at myself like that. Like, if I'm not coming on here and I'm not using my abilities, right? And I'm not helping you guys, or I'm not talking about things that mean something or might help you guys or change the way you think about something, right? If I'm not doing that, 5, 6, 7 days a week, every day, then I'm like the vacuum that can't suck up the crumbs from the ground. I'm useless, right? Not because I'm actually useless, but it's because that's what if that's what this piece of equipment in this infinite universe is designed to do. Out of all the infinite objects and people in the universe, right? This piece of equipment is not doing what it's created to do, then it's useless, right? So, I mean, we have a lot of people like that who just don't do what they're intended to do, or are just bad at what they do, or just don't want to do what they're supposed to do, right? And those are the people who are typically poor and are on welfare and on unemployment, food stamps, etc. Nothing against that, but you get my point, right? You are designed, your side hustle, your passion, the thing you're working on outside of your job, outside of the thing that pays your bills, is the thing that you have to treat like it's do or die. It's your 9 to 5. It's what's putting food on the table, right? So like I said, even though I'm not making money right now doing this YouTube shit, right, which is fine, no problem, I still treat it like, hey, if I don't upload, I don't eat. If I don't speak, I don't have shelter, right? And when I come at it like that, like it's my job, like it's a thing that pays my bills, that keeps me alive, that inspires other people, right? More metaphysically, right? Then I'm able to be consistent, because it's like, okay, this is something constant. And like I said, a job, paying bills, that's constant, right? So when I'm consistent with this, I align myself with that type of lifestyle, right? And like I said, I'm the type of guy, like, doing this content here, this is something I'm gonna do forever, right? So when I have that mentality, right, and I never used to think like this. This is, like I said, this is why in the past you see that I've had breaks in between my uploads streaks. Because when you have the mentality like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do every day, because this is the only reason I was created. One of the only reasons I was created was to do this, or the main purpose, not the only reason, the main purpose I was created was to do this. Then what else is there to do in the world besides do what I'm supposed to do, right? Like, think about it. If you're not doing what you're created, designed to do, right, on a daily basis for decades, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? You're useless, you're fruitless, you're worthless, right? And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that to berate anyone, but I'm saying that as a fact. Like, you're designed to do something. God designed you to do this thing. Be an artist, be a filmmaker, be a YouTuber, whatever. And you're not doing it. You're useless. You are worthless, because you are not doing what you're supposed to do, right? And it's just like the vacuum. It's the same thing, right? So like I said, and there's the mentality too that we've been into, or the idea that we've been indoctrinated by school, that if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Now, I can speak, that has some truth to it, right? That has some truth to it, especially when I'm creating content, right? I enjoy speaking. I enjoy talking about things that I find meaningful and valuable, right? And conveying those things to you guys, right? I enjoy speaking. I enjoy conveying myself. I enjoy learning about how to be a better influencer, right? How to be more persuasive, right? I enjoy those things. But there are things, right? Like I said, I'm not saying that do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I'm not saying that's wrong. But there are things that, further down the line, as I continue to evolve, and this continues to evolve, that I'm not probably going to want to do, such as editing, such as sales scripts, copywriting, You know, and sometimes, you know, hopping on calls with people, that's not fun, right? But like I said, for the most part, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, if I'm performing like it's my duty, like it's my job, then I'm doing the right thing, right? And eventually, you know, we speak about results, right? Because results are what keeps you going over time, right? Whether we realize it or not, the followers, the viewership, the likes, those as that grows, that's what keeps you going over time. So I'm not saying that's completely like, oh, don't look at the followers, don't look at the likes. No, you need some degree of that because that keeps you going. Like when your subscriber count jumps, when it goes up, it feels nice, right? And it's like, hey, now I feel a little bit like, hey, this is working and I want to keep going. I want to keep progressing, right? So that's fine. But like I said, there will be things that you just like, fuck, like I don't want to do it, but hey, it's my job. And like I said, it's the thing that puts food on my table and, you know, gives me shelter, right? And it allows me to provide for my family, right? So, yeah, when you treat your side hustle, your passion, whatever you're building in your off hours, when you treat it like a job, the results are going to come over time. But when you treat it like it's a hobby, or you treat it like, oh, I'm just going to do it when I feel like it, or you treat it like it's not important, like it's just something you're doing kind of here and there, that mentality, that attitude towards it is not going to yield any fruit. And if you're struggling to be consistent, if you're struggling to get results, then you got to look at it like, damn, am I showing up every day, right? Am I being consistent? Am I doing it regardless of how I feel? And if the answer is no, then you got work to do, right? I'm not saying you got to quit, but I'm saying you got to look, you got to reflect, and you got to be like, okay, I got to do things differently, right? So treat it like a job, treat it like it's the only thing God created you for. Treat it like, you know, like I said, it's what's going to put food and shelter and keep, you know, shelter over your head. And like I said, you'll do fine, but you got to have that mentality towards it. And in the long run, you'll thank me later. So yeah, that's it. That's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.